Perfect.
Okay, is that my turn now? Okay, great. So hi everyone. I'm Dr. Cao. From computer science. Now I'm associate professor here. I choose to teach at PLU for several reasons. First of all, of course, because of the lovely student like Haley and Megan. They are also in my class, and I have met a lot of fantastic students here. So which is always a good thing for me. Like I always like to be with them, and the time like they come to say hi to me in my office hour or just come to my office. And also I like to see the student like who are graduated, were alumni who still be in touch with me. I always like that. So that's the first thing, of course. And the second thing, I love my colleagues here. They are the best as well. So they always supportive. When I first joined PLU 2016, I get a lot of help from my department because that's my first time like doing teaching at PLU. So I don't actually have any experience and kind of nervous at that time. But my colleagues, they provide the material. They always come to my class, even share all the support. So yeah, really good. And the third thing is I really love the location here at PLU. Actually, it's a good place. When I get time, I like to do some like hiking. We're close to Mount Rainier, some national park, and of course also close to the ocean. Like I do some kind of clam hunting, clam hunting, mushroom hunting, all of those things. So I really like this place. Yeah, before I came to PLU, I was pursuing my graduate study in Missouri, which is kind of a center area, quite cold in the winter, but yeah, here is much better. So yeah, that's just these a few reasons why I like to teach here. So
That's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear it. Um, Maybe Dr. Cow, would you be able to give us a little bit of a brief overview about our computer science program in general? I know a lot of prospective students might just
Hmm.
like to hear a little bit of an overview about what makes our program unique, and kind of what that coursework might look like.
Oh yeah, that's great. May I share a screen? Like I
Yes,
have some
absolutely.
slides, probably I can quickly go over that. So I will try to be fast so we get enough time for Q&A. Um,
Okay, I
so
believe you should be able to.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Let me check if I can do that. Are you able to see my screen?
Yep,
Is that good?
looks great.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so I will quickly go over that and I think Megan and Henny, you can feel free to jump in and add anything you want. So the like here, first of all, the computer science department, we have about 80 majors and overall five full-time faculty right now. And we have different degrees, including the Bachelor of Science, BS, Bachelor of Arts, BA, and we also have minor in computer science. For those of you, if you want to do double major, right, you can also choose to minoring in computer science. We also have a minor in data science, which is quite popular. We get a lot of students from computer science, business, even philosophy, and some other majors they are interested. And from beginning of fall 2024, we're going to have a major in computer science. That's a new one just passed, and yeah, which is really exciting. So I personally I teach several courses in the data science minor and the major, and I'm excited about this new major. So for the BS, it's a Bachelor of Science. We do offer a lot of courses for the computer science. So all of you will get ready for the industry. Like you can find some job like software engineering. IT job or some others. And we have the strong foundation like for all the core principles of computer science courses. And those are for the student who are really interested in the career of computer science. We also have several like options, inactive options in our department based on the interest, and the faculty may offer different type of courses so you can take. This is for those like who are committed and really want to do the computer science. For those of you like some of the students, they probably are interested in computer science and maybe some other majors. We do offer the BA. And so overall, this BA, we have fewer requirements. So it will be easier for those of you if you want to do a dual major. Like you can do a math and computer science, you can do a business, yeah, some other majors you can do. So the minor in data science, that's actually relatively new as well. Those for it is designed for those who are interested in the data science field. Right now, the data science, there's a very strong need in the industry. So a lot of companies, the tech companies, are looking for for those who have the data science skill. So it's based on the computing stats and with some other domain expertise. So for this data science, you are going to take some courses in computing, in data science, and also some stats course. So this is also a very interesting and very good minor for those of you like if you are majoring in some other. I think a lot of the computer science major and the math major, they also take this data science minor. And of course, the new major in data science, right? So that's a new one. It will be started soon. So basically, we are waiting for that. So I think a lot of students they already share their interest, and this is in cooperation with the math department. And this one will build a strong foundation in the core principles of data science, computing, and stats. And so for the faculty, right now we have 5 full-time like faculty. They are all knowledgeable. Like they have different um they are expertise in different fields. They are dedicated. For example, like we have Professor Murphy, who did a fantastic job in the education, the computer science education, and Professor Kenny, who is also expert in the robotics, and Professor Wolf, who are experts in the graphics, and myself in the data science and AI, and I'm also doing the bioinformatics, which is kind of an interdisciplinary study between computer science and biology. And in addition to that, like we are all caring about the students, their success in the future. And we are all student focused. So you can always find us. You are welcome to visit us, to email us, or visit our office. So you can always find us. And amazing thing is there will be new colleague will join us very soon in this fall. So it's Dr. Bercuna. She's a expert in robotics and graduate from Oregon State University. And so I'm super excited, and she did a very good job. Actually, last time she visited PLU's campus and give a talk, and also share some cool robotics, and yeah, and I wish some of you can check that later on. Like once she joined, you can go and check her like dancing robotics, I think, something like that, which is great. And so we have a lot of activities like international one. We have study away, and we also have programming contest with like a lot of I remember last time it's probably like 100 or some, yeah, around 100 high school student they come join and yeah, and it's amazing events. We also have a data fest that with math department and organize this kind of a data fest for the student to join and have a competition. So this is data related, and we also invite the regional the other universities in this region so to join. We have the high school programming contest, as I just mentioned, like a high school student will join. Yeah, sorry, the previous one would be the international, like the programming contest for the university undergraduate students. And I think we did pretty well. Like I'm not organizing that, but I remember, yeah, my colleagues shared like our PLU student did quite well in that programming context. And we also have computer science club and a lot of social events and the computer science symposium. And also the Tech Talks is a very cool, like we invite alumni and we invite people from the industry to come and share what's happening in the industry, which is always nice. And of course, alumni, yeah. So we organize some alumni panel and the capstone, right? We have capstone project for the senior, and after the capstone, we invite alumni also to join and give feedback, and we have a panel to discuss about what should be improved, what should be added for our curriculum. So that's a lot of things, like a lot of activities. We have a career fair as well. And so the capstone, as I just mentioned, like that's a year-long project for students. They can choose. Normally, they can form a team, 2 to 3 students. They can work together, and they can put all the skill they learn, all the knowledge they learned at the PLU, right, from different courses, and they can put them together to make one cool project. And they can even produce a product for marketing to potential employer. Like I remember there's a student who even like win one kind of a competition in business, I think, and they have a startup company. So that would be a lot of interesting thing you can do for the capstone. And here are some examples, like the blockchain-backed video game, video game project, a lot of gaming project actually, and also we have like AI in geoscience, which is the project we have in the collaboration with geoscience faculty, and use AI and help them to identify the image and also check the plant, like identify the plant. I think one of the interesting thing we did before is like a mushroom, like identify what type of mushroom it is. So which is quite helpful, quite useful as well. So we have music and also AI and identification of car problems. So a lot of interesting projects and all the students they can propose. We also have a summer research. This is another very unique thing at PLU. So you can get funding. It's not free. You are going to get funding support, just like an internship. And you are going to work with faculty in small research groups. We have conference presentation, and if you check my Google Scholar, you are going to see a lot of paper. Actually, those paper published in the peer-reviewed journal, they are with PLU students. So the first author is a PLU undergraduate student. So which is amazing, right? So if you are interested, if you want to do some research, even though you may not go to the graduate school, this would be useful. I have got the feedback from the alumni, from the student who did some research with me. They said this experience is really helpful for them even to find a job. So a lot of good things. And here's the video. Probably you can just see a few seconds, but basically it's a video we made before for the AI in the bioinformatics research.
We are trying to
we
use
try to
machine
do
learning
here.
technique
Um,
to
yeah, so basically, yeah, so we are using machine learning for the protein structure prediction if you are interested. So you can check. And also there are a lot of opportunities. Student can be a TA, be a tutor, and a lot of students, they get internship opportunities as well from Amazon, Google, and I think, yeah, we have alumni also working there. So which is amazing. And you may ask, why computer science, why at POU, right? So here we just answer that kind of question. So there are different reasons, like we have a small class size, between 15 to 25. So that means you have more time, like more opportunity to interact with the faculty, and also like you have more opportunity to ask questions. And so this is a really a very big difference compared to some other university in this region, like UW. They have very big size, and you really can find the like faculty. It's probably like very difficult to find them because they have too many students. And so here at the PLU, like you get the attention. The professor will also teach labs and classes. So you can get the help from the professor. And also we have advising, and yeah, and then you have a good career, like as I mentioned, they find job in Google, Amazon, and a lot of other companies in this area. And also, of course, some of them, they even go to graduate school. I do know like at least two students who were doing doing the some research with me. They are now PhD students, like will about to graduate. And we still have some connections. They probably will be back in this summer. So if you want to see them, yeah, be in touch. So to some of you may also ask, like for this computer science program, what should you prepare, right? And actually, yeah, you just need a little bit math, and there's no programming or computing experience needed. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I never do programming before. Am I ready for that? Yeah, you are ready. You can definitely join. And if you already have some experience, I know some of you take AP, right? You can transfer, you can even skip those introductory courses. So to save time, you can directly, yeah, just jump to the advanced one. So there will be a lot of options. And you can reach out our department chair with any questions you have. So this is some of the link like you can check. So use plu.edu/cs. You are going to find all the information related to the major, the minor, and also the courses. So everything should be there. So I will just stop here. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I will stop here now. So maybe Megan and Henny, if you have anything to add, feel free to add it.
Perfect. I can get you started on some questions, maybe help that
Okay.
a little bit. I know, Megan, you talked about not having any experience with coding programming before starting PLU. Either of you are welcome to talk about this, but how have you felt supported in your classes here at PLU, especially as someone learning the field for the first time?
Yeah. I came into PLU, no programming experience, literally knew nothing. So that was a little nerve-wracking. But I think the biggest thing that was a support was how accessible the professors were. I can go to their office hours. If their timing doesn't align with mine, I can email them and get an appointment really quick. There's also really good tutoring here that is good to go to even if you're not struggling. I know I've done that just as like a place to study and if I do have questions. And I definitely think the intro classes also do a really good job of balancing for people who maybe like don't know anything like me, and also people who do have a little bit of experience. It starts off a little bit slow for those people, but it picks up, and it really does a good job of starting at the basics and building up from there. So I feel like I got a really good foundation through that, and professors were just very kind and understanding.
Fantastic. Haley, do you have anything you want to add on to that of how you've been supported in those classes, especially starting off?
Yeah, I mean, I feel a lot of the same ways. I came in with very little experience in programming. I mean, I'd taken probably 2 classes at Green River, and I did a little bit of robotics in high school. But even with that, I'm in my 3rd year, and I'm still in my professor's office hours daily, talking to them through Discord and email and everything, getting help all the time, and they're always just super willing to help and reach out, and make sure you're doing okay and everything's going good with all of your classes and whatnot. So it's been super helpful. Just all the professors are so caring here, which is awesome.
That's super great to hear. Another question that's similar. Would you be able to describe a little bit about like the estimated workload for someone who's doing computer science, and also potentially like how you balance that with other classes or with daily life as well? Yeah, Megan, if you want to go first.
Sure. So I think it depends on how many credits you're taking too, because you can take between, I think, 12 and 17. So that's basically 3 or 4 classes, maybe with a lab that counts as credit or not. But I'd say my first year, I had a intro to computer science class that also had a lab, and then I had a math class, and then some other gen eds. And it was different work than coming from high school to college. And so it actually felt like it was easier to manage my time because I wasn't going to every class every day. So having like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class or a Tuesday, Thursday class is really helpful to plan out like what days I'm going to work on homework from my computer science classes and my math classes versus maybe a writing class. And so it feels like there's more time in the day to plan those things out. I would say in terms of how much time I spend on homework, it really depends on the time of semester. Right now, with midterms and things, it's like a lot of my time is spent doing homework and studying. But it also depends on if you have labs and things. I know I spent towards the beginning of the semester in computer science 144, which is the intro class. The labs were a bit slower or a bit faster, but then as the semester goes on, homework kind of picks up. So I'd say maybe I spend a couple hours a night working on homework. Yeah, it just kind of depends on the semester, but it's easier to plan my time.
Perfect. Haley, do you have anything to add about your workload and then that balance as well?
Yeah, so I might have a little bit of a different situation with the classes I've been taking. I came in with my AA from Running Start, so I've never taken a full course load here. I have been taking 12 credits since I got here, except when I took physics, and that was 13. But because of that, I haven't had as heavy as a workload, I'd say, as some of my classmates. Although now that I am fully in my major, I'm taking all 3 computer science classes this semester. So just because of that, it is a bit more with labs for all of my classes at the same time. But it's still nothing that I, can't manage. I'd say with doing the reading and the homework and labs, it's a couple hours a day. But there's still time to do other things. I have time to hang out with my friends. I have a job on campus grading for a computer science professor. So there's tons of time still to do the things that you enjoy. Even if you're fully taking more credits than I am, there's still time.
Fantastic. Great to hear. For you, Dr. Cow, I know one of our bigger questions that we get from students is what kind of coding languages do you teach? And how do you prepare students for the workforce afterwards? So I know that's kind of a two-parter, but if you want to start off with maybe what coding languages do you teach in the computer science program, that would be lovely.
Oh yeah, sure. And so here at POU, actually, I teach basically like two different type of coding language. The first one obviously is Java, which is the one in the 144, the Intro to Computer Science course. And you know, like to be honest, I like before POU, before I joined POU, most of the time I actually don't use Java, so I use other programming language. But of course, those programming language, they are similar to each other, and so I think kind of answer the second question, like when you learn those programming language, I try to teach more like overall like how it works and what's the similarity between them. So you will know all the foundation if in the future, right? If you are working in the industry, most likely they may have different programming language. There would be new programming language every day, every month, and you can never learn all of them. So it's all based on like what you really need, right? What you the foundation you have and based on the needs in the industry, in the job, in the future. And the second programming language I'm teaching the most would be the Python, and that's also one of my favorite because as I mentioned, I'm doing most of the work in the data science, AI, and those bioinformatics. And for those AI, like Python is one of the most popular programming language, and also in data science. So that is why like I use Python. Oh, sorry, that's another one. It's R. Like the R is a little bit less popular than Python, I think. Yeah, so I teach Python and R in the data science course, and in the computer science one, like I teach the Java. So that's a programming language. Yeah, I'm mainly teaching. And what's the second question again?
Yeah, my second question, I'm gonna like reformat it a little bit.
Okay,
But I know that computer science is a very quickly changing field. So,
right.
kind of what you were talking about a little bit, carrying off of that. Um, how does PLU make sure that one, we're up to date in what we are teaching, but also
Mm.
that students are well prepared for the workforce?
Right, that's a very, very good question. Yes. So how they will get ready, and there are like it's many like by the faculty here, right? I would just take myself as an example, okay? So for myself, like the courses, I keep updating the curriculum, because of the field is changing so fast. So every time, like after I teach the course, I will get feedback from students. I will also try to talk to my friends who are in the industry, so get their feedback. So it can keep improving. And like my AI course, a lot of the times the material is also like kind of public, like the book we use online, and we use the latest research. So the project we are doing is quite new. So a lot of times we are using the technique that's happening this year, for example, right? And we apply that to our courses. So that's a thing like I need to make sure to keep it updated. And also like we have the tech talk, those kind of talks that we will invite those from industry who can come back and share what's happening there, right? And like yeah, what kind of new technology they have. So student will always get updated. And my research, like I'm doing like in the summer, we did a summer research with a student together. And those are also quite new because for the research, you always need to be using the latest technology, otherwise it's not innovative, right? So I have to make sure it's up to the state of the art. And we need to learn from others, right? So we have collaboration with other university for this kind of work, like the research. so that we also learn from other university, from other colleagues, what they are doing. And so those are all helpful for the student to get ready for their future. Like they are working in the industry. I think they will need to know what's happening. So through this tech talk, through the summer research that with the latest technology we are using, and also we invite those alumni to come back and to share what they have learned or any updates they have. Like I invite alumni to come to my class. This year term I offer one AI course, and the alumni actually come and share what he's doing and how he use the tool. We have ChatGPT, all of those tools, so which is quite interesting. So we will make sure like the student the not just learn the current, they are actually get ready for the future by building those connections with alumni, with industry, and with research. And so yeah, so a lot of things we are trying our best is to offer we teach the courses, we teach the basics, so the student will know, okay, the basics of coding, but it's not just limited to that. As I mentioned, I only teach a limited coding programming language, but with those foundations, they can easily learn some new area. So we have the capstone they can practice, and a lot of students they actually did the capstone, which is quite related to the industry, like it's just like an industry product, right? And so actually they are just they are just getting ready for the industry already there. So
That's
yeah,
fantastic.
hopefully it
Yeah.
answers. Yeah.
Yeah. That's always nice to hear that students are really well prepared for afterward, and especially with those capstones, like you get that hands-on experience of doing it yourself, and like not only are you proud of your degree, but you're proud of this really incredible product that you've made as well. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mary. And actually, the some student I have to add is that they also did a independent study while they are doing internship. So internship is another part here like they can just be in touch with what happens in the industry and get ready for the future. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely fantastic. I think it's also really great. Like you said, part of the reason you're here is our location, but we really
right.
are close to so much innovation in the Seattle Tacoma area. So, right, you can get your
Yeah,
internship and you can be at these really amazing companies while doing so. So,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's great. Um, a little bit of a pivot, but for our students, could you maybe say like what one of your favorite courses has been in computer science? I know that's kind of a hard question. And then Dr. Cow, if you wanted to share maybe what is one of your favorite classes to teach as well. I know it's hard, but yeah, I'd love to hear.
You want me to go first
Sure,
or
yeah,
want
go
to?
ahead.
Okay. Yeah, like I teach all kinds of courses. But in general, like those data related courses would be my favorite because that's also my research area, and that's the thing I'm interested. So I spend a lot of time like in this AI and these AI applications. And to share actually one of the interesting things uh like the data science course I teach, why I like it. Like in the course, I'm not sure whether any of you know Discord. I actually learned the Discord from the student who did summer research with me, and they come to ask did you use Discord? I said no, and then they ask another student ask, and I said okay, let me check that. And then I later on find out, oh, okay, it's a quite interesting tool I can use, and they do have provide the option that you can do coding. So I make a bot in that Discord, and I really like it. I spend a lot of my spare time on that, and my bot is now more and more had more and more function. So that the data science course is really my favorite because that's that's the course like I'm not just teaching. I feel like I'm also learning from the students. Like while just teaching the course, now I know the Discord and get into a new field, which is fantastic. So yeah, so that is well, yeah.
That's super awesome. Yeah, I definitely think it's a testament in some ways to those small class sizes. Obviously, as a professor, you know those students, but the fact that you're in a situation where you can learn from your students as well is really cool and I think really unique for PLU too. So that's really
Yeah.
great to hear.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Haley, maybe do you want to share what one of your favorite computer science courses was? Why you liked it?
Yeah, my favorite computer science course I took here was the special topics course, J term 2022, I think it was. So not this last one, but the year before. It was robotic agents. And so we spent a ton of time learning machine learning algorithms, uh, doing group projects and personal projects. We did a lot of competitions. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. Like the class was the hardest class I've taken here, I think. But it was also the most fun. So yeah, and also it was just hard because it was over J term. So, doing a difficult class in 1 month was, it was a lot of work, but it was super fun and I learned a ton in that class.
That's wonderful. Megan, do you want to share yours?
Yeah, my favorite class was probably actually the one that I thought I was gonna not like the most when I started. It is definitely the hardest class I've taken. It's called Computer Organizations. Um, it was with a professor that was just really good at getting to like connect with students, Dr. Kaylee, and it was really fun because it was like challenging for all of us, even the professor. Like sometimes it was, I don't know if this is what it is, but we're gonna work through it together. And it was like a time to just make a guess, and if you were wrong, it's fine. We were often more wrong than we were right on a lot of the things we were doing, but I learned a lot, not just about how computers work at a really low level, but also like how I can learn best and what I need to do to help myself study and when I need to go talk to professors and not wait until it's too late. So I don't know, it was just awesome because I learned a lot about like a lot of aspects of my college experience so far, not just the class and the content itself.
That's fantastic. Really great to hear. I think we have time for about one more question. I think kind of going off of what you just shared, Megan, can you talk a little bit for all of you, talk a little bit about the environment of the classroom? I know we've got at this a little bit, but just the ways that you see classes being taught, and especially because it is I would say a difficult major. I'm not a computer science person, but what do those classes look like? And kind of what are those teaching methods that are being utilized in those courses? Dr. Cao, if you want to start off.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so the teaching methods and how the class looks like.
Mhm.
Yeah, so teaching methods, at least I would just take myself as example. I'm sure like actually my colleagues like Professor Murphy, she probably did much better job than me because she's actually expertise in the computer science education. So like for myself, like the courses, we do have like the lecturing, right, where I just lecture that, just show the what we're like the things we are going to learn with the slides. We also have a discuss space, like we have discussions in the class, like in my AI course. I will ask the student about their feeling about the AI, how they feel the issue of the AI, ethical issue, all kinds of issues, and I share with some kind of a like a scenario, and they can have discussion, and then we can even vote on that. So we use Discord to vote. And we also have kind of a case study. In my data science course, I have a collaboration with a business faculty before, and who will come and share one of the cases in business, and then we will have the student to discuss to work on that together. And a lot of times we have a project. So the teaching method is just like we offered one project for the student to work on the project to solve the problem. So that's very typical in my data science course. We have a project student can choose, or I can offer the topic, and then the student can use the things they learn, because the computer science or data science is quite practical. It's not like I'm going to tell you this, you will not understand actually. So if I just tell you, yeah, this one you can code like this or like that, you have no feeling how it works, but only when you do it, right? So we have the project student can really like analyze those data to real to actually have a group project. They work together, like several students in one group. They discuss with each other and think about the possible solution, and then use the things like I teach in the class, and all of those coding. So that's another type of like learning, like project-based learning. We During pandemic, I think I also do a remote learning. That's very different, but now
Yeah.
we're all in person. Yeah, that time it's very different. We have yeah, I made videos. Now I can make better videos, but at beginning I didn't. So I just do recording. And actually students they also like it, because for some of the courses like the data 133, that of course like I still have recording. So now
Mhm.
even though we are in person, sometimes like I just still share my recording. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, this is not very good, but yeah, it's something like I did before. I don't want to waste my work, just
Mhm.
put it there. They feel it's quite helpful, because some of them they want to, yeah, they want to check, multiple times, check
Mhm.
coding. So yeah, so this is a kind of a hybrid way, like have in person and remote, and yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, have both of them together. So yeah, so most of the course, I think, yeah, I really like the student who ask questions in my class, who can have a, yeah, we can have a discussion. So that's the environment I really hope. And yeah, I hope I really want to build this kind of very welcoming environment that
Yeah.
I told my student actually, like my course, no need to worry much about like passing the course, but more focus more on about like what you learned in
Mhm.
this class. Like yeah, I really want to see all of my students get an A, because I'm not like on the other side of the student. Like I want to see them to be successful.
Yeah.
So it's not like yeah, it's not like I'm challenging them. It's more like, okay, I'm helping them. I'm just like learn those coding. I spend more time on that, or maybe learn it earlier than you, right? But doesn't mean like anything else. Like
Mhm.
you can probably do better than me after you learn the coding, I think. So yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah, I plan to have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I feel like that sums it up pretty well, and we're right here at time. So I want to
Yeah.
let everybody be free. But thank you all so much. Thank you, Dr. Cao. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Megan, for being here today. Really appreciate your time. And yeah, thanks for joining us and sharing a little bit about your story and about PLU. Also, thank you to all of our participants who joined today. I hope you all have a really lovely night, and thanks again.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Megan and Henny, to join, and all the participants. Like if you have any question, feel free to email us or come directly visit my office.
Fantastic. Alrighty, have a good one, everybody.
Bye.